You're on the phone. You're on the phone. You're on the phone with Amanda and Ash. Did you say Ash?
I said Ash.
Oh.
This call will be recorded.
This call will be recorded.
This call will end.
Oh
like
my
the
God.
world. No, I'm kidding.
Dark classic. If it's really a classic episode, then I would say, does her voice sound different?
Yeah, right?
What's up?
It's not a lot. I think
Not
we were
a
both
lot.
just talking about how we were like, man, a nap would be cool.
Naps are so cool. And naps were so not cool when we were kids. Like, I always got in trouble for not taking my nap, like in kindergarten and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I try and nap every day if I can.
Same. And look, you know what? Like, fuck the American culture for trying to be like, hustle, hustle, hustle on your grind. Naps are bad. Like, every other country does naps.
Yeah, every other country does naps, siestas, like
And has
2-hour
free healthcare.
lunches.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, fuck America. Anyway, hi
Wow.
guys, and welcome to another episode of On the Phone with Ash and Amanda. I'm Ash.
And I'm Amanda, and we're on the no-fly list now.
Seriously. I think we probably got like maybe another dozen episodes before AI starts listening and putting people directly on some government lists.
Maybe. I don't know. They just signed that new executive order where they're enlisting like 400,000 new people to look out for violent extremists, you know, the ones who spread anti-capitalist messages and don't conform to the American traditional morality, aka
Wait.
queer folks.
Oh my God, wait, I didn't see that. Okay, after last week when it was like, we're going to call trans people, or they wanted to call trans people violent extremists, I was like, and I'm going to delete Instagram for a while off my phone. So I actually didn't see that.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like an executive order basically being like, you should probably, like, we're going to watch anyone who posts anything that's not about being a straight white Christian male.
It's very much like, and then it also leads, the next part of fascism is like, and anyone who's not that, you can narc on your neighbor, and that makes you a good American.
Ugh, boy. Well, they've already, I don't know if this is real or not, but there's already been ICE officers who have been like, we're just following orders. And we're like, really?
What do you mean you don't know if this is real? Or don't spread lies on this podcast.
Okay, well, we're done.
I mean, there's enough real crazy shit going on that we don't have to make up more stuff.
I just saw a quote on Threads and I didn't want to treat it like gospel, but
yeah, I wouldn't say Threads is a viable source in the
no,
way.
that's fair.
Threads is just the Democrats' Twitter, or the X.
I know. I finally joined Threads.
I know. Christine told me that she sees you on Threads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen my mom on Threads?
I have not. Cookies on
my mom,
Threads?
Oh, Cookies on Threads responding to bots of like hot dudes. She's having a good time. And she told me that she knows they're bots and she'll like respond like, I know you're a bot, but like, boy, you're handsome.
Cookie.
I know. She actually wanted us to talk on this podcast about how not to get scammed and what the new scams are.
I was just going to say, as long as she's not sending any of these bots money.
No, you know, it was funny. It clearly is like a whole like subset of bots that are like people who watch K-dramas or like C-dramas or whatever. Because there was some other on Facebook, I think somebody started like talking to her who was on Facebook and saying they were in Korea or whatever. And then my mom's friend was like, this is definitely a scam. And so my mom just sent the person the article and was like, is this a scam? And they were like, no. And then my mom's like, because I think you're my mom, she's like such good friends with everybody and was like asking them about like their lives and all that stuff. She got the guy to admit that he was a scammer and was like, Miss Cookie, I'm sorry, this is a scam. And someone else is, and the other person you're talking to is a scam too. And she's like, oh, thanks for telling me. But like, I think you could do so much more than scamming. And the person was like, yeah, I think so too.
And that's when she gave this person money to go to computer school.
Exactly, classic. And her social security number.
Yeah.
I would say I will say that I have recently, for the first time, I got a scam email that I wish so badly was real. It was like, fill out this survey and get $100 to Costco. And I was like, all right.
Oh my God, that's how they get you. Are you kidding?
I know I've reached that age where I'm like, Costco survey, sure.
It's, I don't know if it's so easy because since I have YouTube and I'm sure you get these emails all the time about like collaborate with this, and then it'll be like a big company. Like I've gotten like
Yes,
collaborate with
yes,
Sony, and I'm like, okay. And then you just very quickly go to the email and you're like, that's not a Sony email.
yes. The new ones are entire. It sucks. They're like, hey, or have you gotten the ones that are like, I'm reaching out from LinkedIn. I saw you on LinkedIn, and we have a remote office work position that makes $1 billion. And
No, I haven't, but no.
it's like basically a scam is anything too good to be true.
Yeah, you really got to look into it. If you're like, wait a minute,
If your first instinct is, yeah, that's great, what's the catch? Then the catch is that it's a scam.
then there's probably a catch. Although, have I ever told you about the time that I was scammed in New York City?
Oh, we live for these stories on the pod. I thought we had, at one point, I was like, we're going to get through all the like strange Amanda stories. Nope. Go on. You have not told me about the time you were scammed.
I think I may have,
Really?
but I've told, I don't know, I've told a lot of people this story. When I
I'll tell
first,
you about the time I got mugged, quote unquote, in New York City after this.
oh, good old New York stories.
Mm-hmm.
I had just moved to New York. This was 2009. Just
Mm-hmm.
graduated. 2 weeks after graduation, moved to New York City. Before graduating, I found, okay, hear me out. This was 2009. I found a Craigslist ad for some place called World Model Talent.
Okay, classic. Go
And like
on.
I reached out to them and they were like, come in and see us. And I was like, okay, cool.
Did you
So
want to be a model or were you just looking for a rando job?
it was like they also did like acting stuff too.
Oh, okay, sure.
So that's what I wanted to do when I moved to New York. I wanted to be an actor. Um so when I decided to do two things in one day, which was very smart of me. I went to Central Casting to sign up to be a background actor,
Mm-hmm.
which is a legitimate thing.
Yeah, central casting is legit.
And when I was there, they had like, because this was in the middle of the summer, because I'd moved 2 weeks after I graduated. So it was like June.
Ugh.
And when I was there was a sign on the door that was like shows that are currently on hiatus. And it was
Mm.
like most of them because nobody really films in June. And I saw like all of the Law and Orders on there. And I was like, oh,
Mm.
that's kind of a cool. That's cool. All right, good to know. I did the thing for Central Casting. I signed up. I ended up getting a lot of work through them.
Oh, nice.
But after the Central Casting meeting, I went to this World Model Talent place, which was in some
Which was behind a Sbarro.
it was in some fucking rando office building
Oh my
in
god.
like the thinnest halls with like a blinking light. I go, I go into like the room. It's like this waiting room is I think painted like a dark red, and there are like movie posters all over, but they're like the oldest 90s movies. And there's this like old TV in the corner playing something.
Oh god.
And so then they bring me into this guy's room, and it's like because there are two offices next to each other, and the office I go into is this guy's office. He's like an agent. He's got headshots lining the wall, just absolutely lining the wall. And he's like, I really like your look. I like your look so much. I think I want to get you on something. I want to get you on something tomorrow. Like I swear to God, he talked this fast. He's like, I
Oh
want to
my
get you on something
god.
tomorrow. We'll get you on something like Law and Order. We'll get you on Law and Order tomorrow. And thankfully, I had enough foresight to be like, isn't Law and Order on hiatus right now?
Oh.
And he was like, no, they're filming all the time. Law and Order is filming all the time.
Oh my god. Okay, so you didn't was that the end of the scam? You didn't get scammed
No,
beyond that?
unfortunately, it's not the
No,
end.
Amanda.
they were like, if you want to be in this business, you got to get headshots. Headshots are very important. These are the headshots you got to do. We're going to take the headshots for you right now. We're going to take them out there right now for you. Right. And I was like,
Oh
okay. They're like, it's going
no.
to cost this much money. And so I paid it. Actually, I did not say the Law and Order thing right then because I think I was still kind of
Okay.
like, what's going on? So I paid the money and I was sitting there. By the way, it had been
How
raining
much
that
was
day.
it?
So I think I paid like 200 bucks.
No, in 2009, that's
Yeah.
big money.
It had been raining that day, so my hair looked terrible. And so I was sitting there waiting for the photographer to set up. And I think that's when it occurred to me. And I was like, son of a bitch.
Oh my God.
And so I took the pictures, and the pictures were weird because at one point I had like, I think this was 2009. So I was rocking like a dress with maybe, sorry, either leggings or jeans. I can't remember.
Classic.
Um, but it was like a cut that was just like straight across my chest.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point he had a stool in front of me and was like, now lean on the stool with your hands and like put your arms together, like basically trying to get me to do cleavage.
Oh my God. I have not heard this story.
So finally we're done taking the pictures. They put me back into that man's office. That's when he was talking about Law and Order. And I was like, isn't Law and Order on hiatus? And he was like, they're filming all the time. So then because the scam's not done.
Oh God, I keep hoping the scam is going to be done.
The scam continues because he's like, okay, so what you just paid for are the black and white photos, but you know what? They're not doing black and white photos anymore for headshots. They're doing colored photos. You got to get the colored photos because that's what's gonna get you the jobs. So right now we're gonna we want to get you colored photos, but they're gonna have to be like another $200.
No,
And
Amanda, don't tell me
and
that you
so
paid.
at that point, that's when I was like, you know what? I don't have that right now. Like, I got to go down to the bank and get it. Is that okay? I'll be right back. And then I just fucking left.
Oh my God. Also, what do you mean we just took black and white like was it one of those like photographs with
No,
a light bulb that like goes Actually, that was a stone etching. And what you need is a moving picture.
it made no sense. Yeah. So that was the time that I got scammed in New York.
Oh my. So you got off the like you're like that girl in 30 Rock who's like, I'm gonna make my dreams come true and
Yeah.
then gets hit with a bag of garbage.
Yeah. Pretty much. I was like,
Oh my
I
God.
mean, that's not even the most expensive. Well, no, yeah, it was. I was like, the other expensive mistake I made was losing my Metro card that I got for the month.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's an expensive New York mistake.
Oh my God. What is that? That was like 80 and 90 bucks.
At the time, it was $89. I have no idea what it's like now.
I think when I lived there in 2013, it was 108 or something. It's probably
Hmm.
like $700 now.
I know.
I
Who the
can't,
fuck knows?
I can't believe you got into that little room. It sounds like it's like a sketch. It sounds like Broad City.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Wait, so
Too
you
bad
got?
you weren't on like boiling points or something, and they give you money at the end.
Oh, that would have been nice. I honestly don't know how I survived on that little money when I moved to New York, but
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, so I also survived on very little money. I was making $10 an hour at BuzzFeed as an intern or a fellow. And
$10 an hour? Holy
I
crap!
know, like literally nothing. I was living in I know everybody has this story, but I think it just is what people do in New York. I was living in it was in like a railroad apartment in Brooklyn,
Oh,
and I
railroad
was living
apartments.
Yes, and I was living in somebody's closet of one of the like rooms. So I had a blow up air mattress because that's all I could afford, and I was paying like $800 to live
You were
in a
paying.
closet.
Wait, where it was in Brooklyn,
Yeah,
dude?
I know, crazy.
I was paying way less, and I was in Sunset Park and actually had a room.
Yeah, yeah. Things change fast in New York.
Yeah.
I'm sure that same closet's like 2,200 now. Um, But so I was really depressed in New York. I thought I was going to move there and like be there forever because I love Nora Ephron movies. And I was like, oh my God, I'm just going to move to New York and I visited like basically every year with my family because my mom loves New York, but like my mom loves Broadway. So we were like in Times Square basically. And
Oh
like
boy.
maybe yeah, exactly. Um, so when I get to New York and I'm living in non-gentrified Brooklyn, I was like, oh, okay, I'm sad. And it was hot in the summer. I didn't have any money. I didn't have like any really close friends. I was living with a girl from college, but like not like a best friend.
Mhm.
Um, and um, but the one thing that kind of like made me happy was before or after work, I would take the train to Union Square, and there was like a Whole Foods there that I would go upstairs, get a coffee, get like a scone, and they had this like um, big window that like overlooked the park.
Oh yeah.
And so I would sit up there and I would go before and just like journal about how depressed I was.
Oh.
But after work one day, I remember because the train was like, it was nice because like if the train was like super fucking crowded and I didn't want to get on at rush hour, I would just like sit there for an hour.
Mhm.
Um, so after work, I had like a particularly bad day. I'm like busting out my journal to be like, this is the worst day ever. And I'm sitting at this table, like just a little tiny table, and it's just me and like my purse in front of me, and I think maybe my backpack behind me. Um, and I'm journaling, and then I looked up, and my purse is gone, and I'm like, oh my God, what? And like, still to this day, the saddest part about that was that I still had my student ID in there, and
Oh
so
no.
New York was bearable because I still had a student ID, and like if you're a student in New York, like you can get into most of the museums for like way discounted, or you can get like standing tickets for Broadway. So like I lost that and I felt like I lost everything. But so I was like, oh my God, this is it. I've been mugged. Like
Mhm.
someone has stolen from me. And I should have known better because like maybe a couple months before that, when I first moved in, I went to the Barclays Center Target, and I put my purse in my bag while I'm looking around. And for 1 second, I turn away, and this like kind woman is like, "Girl, what the hell are you doing? Like your bag has to be on you at all times. Someone's gonna take this from you." And I was like, oh my God, yeah. Oh, I thought it was in my cart, so it's fine. I should
Oh
have learned that lesson that she meant literally physically on your body and you're holding your purse at all times.
yeah.
Because then I made the mistake of going down to the Whole Foods security guard and being like, my purse has been taken. Do you guys have any like security footage or anything? And I'm like, it must have been like an elaborate, I don't know what happened. If someone like bumped into the table, or maybe I misplayed, like I'm coming up with all these stories in my head. We go to the security office. He plays back the tape, and it's just me sitting there journaling, like thinking that I'm like Keira Knightley in Pride and Prejudice, and then a man in khaki pants just walks up, like looks down and grabs my purse and walks away, and then I'm
He
just journaling.
stopped?
Yes.
No, Ash.
I was like, oh, I was just like a huge target, like just like
It
oh, this person's a fucking idiot, and it was like an inch away from the end of my journal. That's how much I was like in my journal.
it wasn't even like sleight of hand, like he really got you.
Nope. And I also was like, man, I didn't see any like suspicious characters or whatever. And it's just a man in like khaki like was it just a guy who got bored? Like, or is
I don't know.
this
The khaki
it?
pants feel like a red flag.
Yeah, I know. But I was so then I was like, I got home and I couldn't figure out. Luckily, I had my phone on me, I think. Like I
Mhm.
was holding my phone or listening to music. So, but I didn't have my wallet. I didn't have like credit cards or anything. And then I have to go home and I tell my roommates that lost my purse got stolen, and they're thinking like I got like mugged somewhere, and I'm like, well, no, it was in front of me at Whole Foods and I wasn't looking.
You know what? The man in the khaki pants was probably so bummed when he tried to spend the money that you didn't have.
Yeah, when there was like $22 on a debit card and one student ID.
Yeah, it was definitely like I feel like you may have been a target because just the location,
Yeah, because I was in
because
the Whole
you were in
Foods.
a Whole Foods.
Exactly. Well, and it was my nice purse that I saved up to buy myself in Korea
Oh
right before I left
no.
Korea. So
Yeah.
like it was a nice leather bag. So he was probably like, score.
Yeah.
And then it was like, there's literally nothing in here
Yeah. They were like,
except for the smell of sadness.
it's just like poems where you're like, I wish I had money.
Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, so that's my big New York story. I mean, I didn't get as elaborately scammed, but like I guess if you put your guard down for even a second in New York, it'll take you.
You gotta, yeah, that is, I feel like one thing that stuck with me in New York is, especially when you're walking around, just ever aware of everything around you.
You really have to be. And now, like with my when I was still using a purse up after that incident and up until then, I had like my arms so elaborately wound around my purse like six different ways.
You're like, that khaki pants man is not getting me again.
He's not getting me again. Not in this Whole Foods. Not today, Satan. So yeah, those are our New York stories. That was not what we wanted to talk about today.
No, but I do love and miss New York.
Yeah, I do. I very much appreciate visiting now, and I do wonder if I could live there again with more money.
I know. I think that's what, when I left, I was like, I'm coming back here. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way. But like, yeah, I think it's like when I can afford to live there.
Yeah, it's really hard without money
Mhm.
because you can't do any of New York has all this amazing stuff, but it costs money to do, like
Uh,
most of it. And unlike LA, like there's just weather and the elements. And so it's not like, oh, if you don't have money here in LA, you can go to the beach for free
Yeah.
or you could sit in a park outside. Like there's a ton that you can do. But in New York, it's like not really.
I don't know about that.
I
I
mean,
was,
there are nice parks, but I would just say there's fewer nice days to do that in.
that's true. But I was like on, and I wonder if this website still exists. Because when I was living there, I was on livingfreenyc.com all the time.
Oh, I would do that. There, I mean, yeah, you're right. There was cool shit in the
There,
park. Like I
yeah,
saw she and him in Central Park.
yeah, there was like a website that like told you about free events that were happening, and also, unlike LA, New York does not charge for their movies in a park,
Yeah,
which always pissed me off about LA. Um, and yeah, like you could find some things to do, especially if you go to like a donation suggested museum.
yeah. Oh, those are the best. You're like, well, I suggest $1.
Yeah, that is my suggested donation.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know if I could. I
That
don't know if I could do. I want to believe that I can do it and like live in New York again, but I
not.
don't know. Not without a lot of money.
I mean, yeah. What I'm describing is very uniquely 20s.
Yeah. Would you
Uniquely.
go to Chicago now before New York? Because I know you love Chicago too.
I mean, I love Chicago, but it. I would go to New York.
Mm-hmm.
I love Chicago, but it doesn't have any of the industries that I want to be in there.
Mm. Where would you live in New York if price wasn't an issue? Like, what's your favorite neighborhood?
Probably somewhere in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to live in Manhattan, although I mean, I guess we'll see what happens as uh Fiona does have some ties to the city being from there.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. If I was living in like Park Slope, Brooklyn,
mhm.
versus like I was Crown Heights, where it was like it was strange because it was in the middle of gentrifying. So one block to my right was like four bagel shops opening, and then one block to my left was like cops on every corner.
Yeah. I was in Sunset Park, which had a nice park next to it, and also
Mm,
when I mean, it was like um a predominantly Mexican and Asian neighborhood.
mhm.
So truly some of the best fucking food I've ever
Yeah. Oh my God, I can imagine. Wow.
Oh, there's a
That
Mexican
is
place that I miss so much that was there. Oh,
that's weird because there's not very much good Mexican food in New York because it's so far from Mexico. So you must have found the gem.
I think maybe. I think maybe I
Um,
did. Did you ever second act a show while you were living there?
no, what's second acting? I did the standing room at a show.
Oh, sneak into a Broadway show in the middle of intermission?
Oh no, like you just mingle with the people and like hold some peanut M&Ms and pretend that you bought them for like $12.
Yeah, I look, I'm not, you know me, I'm not one to break rules.
I feel like you are.
I I am too scared of authority, although I am trying to get over that
Mm-hmm.
very much so
Before the regime starts.
before the regime. Yeah, because I'm not following those rules. Um, but I did. I was like, I had time to kill, and I was like walking by one of the theaters that was showing West Side Story, and they happened to be at
Mm.
intermission. So I walked back in with the smokers and just went to the top of the theater, and it was a matinee, so there was like nobody sitting up there.
Oh, that's. I was like, where did you sit? That's smart.
Yeah, I just went all the way up to the top.
Oh man, I just felt like like a pack mule in New York. That was like my predominant feeling because growing up
Backpacks.
having a yeah, just growing up having a car, not even a backpack, like 8 different bags. My gym bag, my backpack with my work like laptop and my stuff, my grocery bag, and that's filled to the brim because I need to get like a bunch of stuff. And also I just had the classic like I lived in the fifth floor walk up at the very
Oh,
top. Yes.
in a
And I was like,
closet.
no, no, no. That wasn't the closet. The
Okay.
closet was the railroad. Then I moved to my own to a different apartment, and
Mm.
that was a fifth floor walk up. Where, by the way, we got the. You just got to be fucking tough to live in New York because we got there and like looking for apartments. You just have to say yes. You like don't even get to see the apartment. We got there. There was like 20 other people waiting at this stoop to see this apartment, and because we had gotten there first, everyone was like, "Yes, we'll take it." But because we had gotten there first, we got that apartment. I was like,
Nice.
"This is crazy."
That is crazy.
Oh, okay. Here's
Anyway,
what we. Here's what I'm thinking. We talk about.
after
We got
after
to
our
talk about.
long New York
Yes.
escapade.
Well, I mean, okay. Do you want to further go down this? Not more New York, but I have a question related to that. Do you think that everybody, when they're young, needs to live in a big city?
Yes, at some point in their lives, yes.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think you get out of it? Because I have a lot of friends from like where Christina and I went to high school that like just stayed in the kind of the Adventist loop or stayed in like even just locally at home. And like, I feel like there's a big difference of living in a big city, living alone, or even just doesn't have to be a big city, but a city where you don't know anybody.
Oh, sure. Okay, well, it's hard because I mean, granted, everyone listening to this podcast will relate, but coming from the perspective of a queer person,
Hmm.
uh, you will be able to encounter or maybe find more community in a big city in a city setting.
Oh, that's true.
So it's that, and then, but for people who maybe don't need to find that community, like your Adventist high school friends,
Yeah.
I think it helps to open up your perspective. Like if you don't go to college and meet other perspectives,
Yeah. Yeah.
it
It is
helps.
really true.
It helps to broaden your cultural experience. Because like God, how fucking boring is it that there are some people who are just America. That's all I care about. American food, American this, without like the way that I'm so excited when I'm on TikTok and I come across like videos of like traditional Mexican dance or like an
Hmm.
indigenous ritual. And I'm like, what the
Hmm.
fuck is this? This is so cool. Like,
Yes.
it
And
just,
when you live in a big city, that stuff is like all around you. Like the
yeah.
library just had some like indigenous it was like indigenous and like Mexican Hispanic day at the library, and they
Oh,
had like
nice.
a full like female all female mariachi, and like that was completely free.
Wait, I want to see an all female mariachi. Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
it's really cool. It's
Oh,
really cool. And their outfits are just as good. But
mhm.
like yeah, stuff like that. I think, even for me, like I had been at I went to Pepperdine, which, that was in Malibu. It was still Christian, so it was pretty small. But then I went to Korea, and most of my friends were from abroad. That's where my perspective first started, I think, really opening up.
Mhm.
And then But even still, when I went to New York, I was like, oh, people be gay. Like, there are gay people.
Thanks, Quinta.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, I was just exposed to there are so many people in big cities and everybody lives a different life that it's not even just that it exposes you to a new kinds of group, it exposes you to the normalcy of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I feel like I've said this. I haven't said it on the podcast, but and I don't want to like high horse. Um, but one of the first times I went to New York City because we were able to like drive from my college in Alfred,
Mm,
New York. I remember being on the train that goes from Jersey into Manhattan
hmm
because we would park in Jersey. Um, and I was on the train car and nobody around me spoke English. And I
mm,
remember just being like, this is so fucking cool. And I was just
hmm
like trying to listen to the other languages because I was like, this is so interesting.
hmm No, it is. And it's like you're not probably gonna get that in Ohio.
No.
Oh no, Squid has just come on the bed and he sees my wired headphones and thinks it is toy.
Okay. I've just learned that about cats because I have wired headphones on my um nightstand and Juniper tries to eat them all the time.
Oh yeah, anything. I mean, it's kind of terrifying because anything what they're it's like anything that copies like a mouse's tail, which that's one thing, but the other thing is if it looks like a snake, they just go for it. I'm like,
Sure.
this what? Please don't see a snake, Squid, and go after it. Oh, Squid locked himself in the garage this morning.
What?
He followed Christine out like on she was going to work and she leaves like her shift starts at 7 so she leaves early and Squid has like realized that the garage is a thing and he went now that he's gone once out there like supervised with us. I guess he's like ready to get back out, so he must have squeezed in before Christine could see. And I woke up this morning like 2 hours later and Pepe was like kind of screaming, but like Pepe's always screaming. So I was like, what's going on? And I thought he just wanted to get on the bed, but Squid wasn't there. I was like, okay. And then I heard Squid. I kind of thought I heard Squid screaming, but like I couldn't tell. Like if he was meowing, it sounded kind of far away. And I thought he's definitely locked himself to different cupboards upstairs. So I thought he was there. Then I go downstairs and I hear this like tiny little meow behind the garage door.
Oh
And
no.
but the garage door is like fireproof, so it's like thick. So as soon as I open the door, it's like he's screaming bloody murder, like,
Oh,
let me in here. And then he walks in like it's no big deal. I'm like, Squid, he
he's
is
like
full of crimes, that cat.
he's like finally, God.
Seriously. And then he was being all lovey because I think he was like, thank you, Father, for saving me. One time Kachi got out and same thing, went through the garage when we were coming home and then went all the way around and then I think realized, oh my God, I can't get back inside. And so she went all the way back to the front door and I was calling her. I was like, Kachi, where are you? I didn't know where she went. And her meow is really like she has an alto meow. And when she's like in distress, it was even more. She was like, does Juniper meow? I haven't heard her.
Yeah, Juniper is very vocal.
Oh, what? Not
Yeah.
around guests.
No, but when yeah, I guess not around guests when but truly will announce her presence. Sometimes it is to her detriment because sometimes she'll meow coming down the stairs and Honey will just go after her before she can get to the bottom floor.
Oh, yeah. Pepe meows going down the stairs, but he runs, so it sounds like this. It's incredible. Okay, let's
Yes.
talk about the playoffs. Crazy. For those of
Yeah.
you who haven't caught up, we are talking about don't listen to this if you haven't watched
It by the time this is released, it'll be Sunday and it'll be um we'll already be into the finals.
okay, never mind, then watch this. So we just watched last night the Phoenix versus Lynx, where the Lynx got booted by Phoenix, and also the Aces and Beaver tying now 2-2.
I know. Did you see
Crazy.
Look, I don't want to blame solely the refs.
I mean, the refs are crap.
However, they did take the refs from the previous Lynx and Phoenix game where Cheryl crashed out,
Oh yeah.
and put them in the Indiana and Aces game.
Oh my God. I mean, also that crash out was like so. I'm so glad we watched that game live because I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, Cheryl likes to crash out, but also, although it did look like, which is funny because on the Sit and TP podcast, they were doing
Hmm.
like season superlatives, and I think they named Cheryl, Becky, and TJ most likely to hit a ref, and that was that day. And so then that crash out happened with Cheryl. Like, here's the thing: the play that happened where AT managed to get the ball away from Fee
Hmm.
was legal.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that resulted in Fee hurting her ankle more and taking her out for the rest of the series.
Was it the same ankle?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's the same ankle she had issues with earlier.
Oh.
Um, but I was talking to Fiona about this because obviously she has more basketball knowledge than all of us.
Hmm.
Um, and we were talking, and she was like, "It's not." She was like, "It's just the straw that broke the camel's back. Like
Mm,
it's been boiling up all game that like Fee has only shot like 3 free throws to like the 15 that the other team has. Like,
hmm.
so it was just kind of like a breaking point because that, if you watch that clip though of Fee
Oh, it's
on her ankle,
gnarly.
oh, it's hard. It hurts.
Ankle and then knee, like it's gnarly.
Yeah.
Do you think that if Cheryl hadn't crashed out, they could have won the fourth game and then gone to a fifth?
I mean, the crash out did get her suspended, and I don't know how the coaching affected because obviously they
Playing
lost.
suspended and then without your star player, that's a lot.
Yeah, even though fucking McBuckets did like how many 38,
31.
30 something points.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch the press conference, but I saw that she was crying, and I was like, "Oh, that sucks." I feel bad for Lynx.
I know. I'm the worst though because with competition stuff, it's like I never want anyone to go. And then if someone doesn't go, I'm so pissed. Like when I watch Great British Bake Off, I'm always like, no, why do they have to leave? And then if they're like, no one's going home this week, I'm like, this is a fucking bullshit show. So I feel like, oh my God, why can't they just keep playing another game? But then if they
Were
didn't, I would be mad. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad. I mean, the Lynx had the best record. It really reminded me of last Unrivaled season when everybody thought the Lunar Owls were going to win, and then they got knocked out by Vinyl.
Oh yes, yes.
Um,
I
yeah,
I'm understanding a little bit more. Like Kelsey Plum kept talking about like wanting to get to playoffs because playoff basketball is so different. And this is my first playoffs that I've really seen. And
mhm.
I understand now what she was saying because it just changes. Like everybody goes into a different mode and crazy upsets can happen. I feel like all the upsets have happened.
Yeah,
Like Phoenix took out both Liberty, who was the champs last year,
yeah,
and and Lynx, who was the runner up. So it's like and then the fact that Fever almost didn't make it and have so many injured people, and they're 2-2 with the Aces is crazy.
yeah. I am gonna need the Aces to finish the job.
Yeah, at least Aces are home.
Yeah,
I want to see. I mean, I don't want it to be Fever for many reasons, but I really would love to see Aces versus Phoenix final, AT versus Asia.
that would be such a like that's guaranteed good basketball.
Yeah, seriously.
That would be so interesting. There's no way that wouldn't be like every game super close.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I am. Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun watching, and I also understand now. I used to when things were in playoffs. I feel like people would be like, "Oh, it's the playoffs," and then like 3 weeks later, they'd be like, "Oh, it's the playoffs," and I'm like, "What the fuck? Why is this taking so long?" And now I get it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have a brief season with no basketball, and then Unrivaled.
Yeah, Unrivaled starting way earlier than it did last year because it's
Yeah,
starting
it's
in
starting in
January.
January.
So,
But what are we gonna do until then? I think I'm gonna go back and watch the Olympic stuff because Sue Bird's been talking about it on her podcast,
mm,
and it sounds really interesting.
sure. Yeah. I don't know. Catch up on other shows before Unrivaled starts.
Oh, they made there's some good announcements. Have you seen all the Unrivaled players who are getting announced? It's really good for the Sparks because basically all the Sparks are Unrivaled players.
I mean, that's why I have. That's why Vinyl was my team because it was mostly Sparks.
Yeah, it truly was. It was Burrell, uh, and
Hamby.
Hamby. Jackson wasn't a Spark though. She was a Misty, right?
Yeah, but I also Misty was my other team
Oh
because
yeah,
last year when we watched Unrivaled, I only knew the Sparks.
yeah. Beckers is playing. I'm super pumped on that.
Be curious to see what team she. Well, there's no guarantee that all the teams are going to stay the same. There's probably going to be some shuffle. But
Ugh, I was wondering that if they're gonna keep it the same or not.
yeah, because otherwise, Lunar Owls gets Cameron Brink.
Yeah, but I don't think Ionescu's playing. She's not announced yet.
Wait, what?
I don't know if Sab is playing. She's not announced yet.
Yeah, but
And
Sab was
so,
on the Ghosties. She was a part of
oh,
the
I
Ghost
thought she
Gang.
was. Wasn't she an out? Oh no, you're right. You're right.
No, because the Lunar Owls were Fee.
Basically, the Lynx, right?
Yeah, Fee, Courtney, but also Skylar Diggins was on the Lunar Owls, and I can't
Oh
remember who else.
yeah. I don't think Skylar's been announced yet.
Yeah, she just did.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Okay. I again haven't had Instagram the last couple days, so I've just been like catching up on Reddit and stuff.
Oh, fair.
Oh, all right. Well, I
That
mean, that's how I'm feeling about the play. I mean, we're probably the most unqualified people to talk about the playoffs. Like, we don't really know that much, but we're just watching them.
that's our basketball. That's our women's basketball update for this
You know
week.
what? For everybody who has been listening to this podcast, I hope by the end of it, you have to have watched a WNBA game by now.
At least
You
watch it
must.
for the gay stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see the
Or
clip of Kalia Copper whispering into Courtney's ear on the court?
no. Wait, which Courtney Williams?
Yeah,
Oh no, I didn't see that. But I did. Who was it that was fighting Satu and
Bridget Carlton.
yeah, they're getting chippy. And I was like, are they what is this? It was giving fanfic. Like it was so blunt how like they were over the top being like in each other's faces. And I
Well,
was
yeah,
like,
I think Satu was surprised by it because Bridget did the like chest bump thing.
yeah, I was like that's why I was like, this is gay, right?
I was like, kiss her.
Yes, seriously, everything is just kisser.
Yeah.
Um, okay, did you have any other topics? I had one more.
No, I had no other. Oh, wait. Actually, look, I know that we're talking about the Italy trip a lot. I'm literally leaving.
Jesus, you guys, she's leaving next week, thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, not thank God, but like we were not gonna have to keep hearing about this Italy trip that may or may not ever happen in 7 months.
So today, I love my girlfriend so much. Fiona was like, I found this document for from a time I planned a trip to Dublin because we're going to be in Dublin for like one day.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, and on it is the Museum of Leprechauns, the National Museum of Leprechauns. And I was like, what? And so we were looking it up because it was like, you get like, first of all, it's a museum, but then it's like a 40-minute improvised story that is told to you about leprechauns from these
Excuse me? Improvised? Why is it improvised?
I don't know. I think it's just not scripted. I think they know exactly kind
And
of what
is
they're
it
talking about.
of
Okay,
course.
so we were like, well, we have to go to this.
Yeah.
And then we went to the website and we were like, oh my God, we're going in October. There's a night of the werewolf. And so we got tickets to this werewolf themed storytelling. And I think we're going to be in the woods.
What? During your less than 1 day stopover in Dublin, that's what you're doing?
Well, first we're doing a vintage afternoon tea bus.
Okay, sure.
And then 3 hours later, we're going to go do that.
Oh my God, amazing. Wow. Wow. Perfect. No
That's
notes.
that's all. I just wanted to
Is that the
say
end of your trip too on your way home?
yes.
You're going to be fucking delirious because you've been in Italy. You're going to be all in Italian mode. And then you're going to be at werewolf leprechaun night
We're gonna
being
be
like,
like
what?
surrounded by Irish folks, having tea and crumpets on a bus touring Dublin. And then we're
Oh
gonna
my
go do
God.
werewolves and then stop in a pub for dinner after that.
Wow. Wow. That sounds A plus. Wait, how is Wicked? I actually don't know. Like,
Oh,
even
right.
as your friend, how Wicked was.
I forgot that you texted me that and I just didn't answer.
Yeah, rude.
Okay. So Wicked, well, first of all, they didn't really do any new music, which I
Oh,
guess
like from For Good
yeah,
or
from For Good,
okay.
because I guess it makes sense because this concert is premiering I think on November 6th.
Mm.
So that's like 3 weeks before the movie.
They didn't even do For Good.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. There were a couple of songs that we didn't get to see because they filmed this concert kind of felt like an award show, which is
Oh,
apt
interesting.
because it was at the Dolby Theater.
Uh-huh.
So there was a point where, some of the actors would come out and be like, and now singing For Good. They were like, we take you to the Gershwin Theater. And like, but we
Oh.
didn't get to see that because it's like pre-recorded. It's something they're going to insert into the show later.
Oh no.
Yeah,
What a tease.
I know. They did that with that, and then also with the two original songs that they wrote for the movie.
Oh, I didn't know they wrote original songs.
Yeah, Elphaba and Galinda have their own original songs for.
Oh.
Um, but we were like, first
So
of all,
did you see Cynthia and Ariana or what?
it was Cynthia, it was Ariana, it was Bowen Yang, it was Ethan
Oh,
Slater, it was Michelle Yeoh, it was Jeff Goldblum. We just didn't get
oh,
to see Jonathan Bailey, unfortunately.
oh, dang.
And I don't know if this is giving away too many secrets. It's not like I signed an NDA or anything. But since Jonathan Bailey wasn't there, because they really did like pretty much all of the songs from the first movie,
Oh, yeah,
but like some in very different arrangements. Like,
yeah,
I don't really care for the song I'm Not That Girl that much,
yeah.
but they did this arrangement where it was like very pared down and it was Cynthia singing with a violin, a cello, and an acoustic guitar, and it was gorgeous.
Oh, amazing. Reminds me of like MTV Unplugged.
Yeah. But since Jonathan Bailey wasn't there, they did this like kind of bit where Bowen Yang was like, I was the understudy for Jonathan Bailey. So he and Ethan Slater was also like comes out and is like, I was also the understudy. So they both sang Dancing Through Life together.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I don't know if I want to give too much away, even though it's not like
I think that's fine. I'm more just wondering if you had fun.
yeah, it was fun. It was interesting because it was a taping.
Yeah.
So we saw like most I think everyone except for I'm Not That Girl, all of the Cynthia Erivo songs they did twice
Oh,
because Cynthia was like, I want to do that again. And so
wow.
we're like, all of us were like, we're not mad at it.
How many people was the whole theater full?
We were in the tippy top, which I did not realize there's in the Dolby Theater, there's like the first floor, there's mezzanine one, there's mezzanine two, and there's mezzanine three.
It was that full?
Yeah, we were in the tippy top mezzanine three. And like there were still some seats available there,
You know
but
what that means? That
what?
means that many people signed up for Shiz University, not knowing what it was.
No, I mean, yeah, probably, but also there were a lot of influencers there. Like I saw some TikTokers,
Oh, sure.
and there were a lot of people in really good cosplay as well.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, but all those people got sat on the first floor where the cameras could see them. And they kept being like, you're going to be on camera, so make sure you're really clapping and everything. And me and Fiona, like knowing the industry and where we were sitting, because we were literally on the same eye line as the catwalk. And we were like, we're not going to be on camera, guys. Don't worry.
Oh, that's so cool. How long was the whole thing?
We got into the theater at 6, like it started at 6, and I think we got out at 9:30.
And then when did you go to Dave and Buster's?
We should have, because We really should have because we were both starving, and also
Oh,
the they like really corralled us all out into one exit,
mm.
and Fiona was parked on the most bottom level, and it was not moving.
Oh no. Oh, so you really should have gone
So
to Dave and
really should have gone
Buster's.
to David Buster's.
Wow, it's almost like I'm right about Dave and Buster's.
Sponsor us, Dave and Buster's.
Oh my God, please. Please,
We'll
the
we'll
easiest
take
sponsorship in the world. We'll
we'll
pay
take
you.
we'll take payment in the form of tokens and credits.
Yes. Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Or maybe
We
like a
make
free Caesar
we
salad.
don't make money, but we also don't lose our own money.
Exactly.
It's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah.
Because it's always a win at Dave and Buster's. That's what it could sound like, Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's, I want to go. That's also what it could sound like.
Wednesdays? You mean half off games Wednesdays?
No way. I want to play half off games and also eat delicious food.
All right. Well, now you've heard Dave and Buster's Corporate, who I assume is listening, what we can do for you.
I will say delicious food is subjective, but I do love chain restaurant food, so that's why I say that.
I mean, TBH, it's not bad. Like
That
every
Caesar
time I go
salad,
there, I'm satisfied.
that Caesar salad I got over the summer was incredible.
Yeah, and they got wings. They got a new deal that and this is not a fake commercial. This
We
is just actually
seriously
us
turned a
talking
crack
about it.
into it.
they they have a new deal that's 10 wings for $10, and their wings are good.
Wow, I'd spend $10 on 10 wings.
Yeah, and for $29.99, you could add unlimited play with all your friends. Dave and Buster's.
Sponsor us, Dave and Buster's.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Okay.
you said you wanted to talk about something before asking about Lincoln.
Yes. One last question. So this is kind of our, I wouldn't say serious, but our more serious or more heartfelt. It's less Dave and
More
less
Buster?
Buster.
Oh,
More,
okay.
or maybe it's more Dave and less
Well,
Buster.
sure.
Um, okay, so now that we're going into Q4, right? We're going to Q4?
We're already in Q4.
Oh, we're already in Q4, baby. Which
Oh, I guess
basically,
October. I guess you're
yeah,
right. Yeah.
the last quarter of the year. Looking back on, I feel like I haven't done like as many lofty like New Year's resolutions, but more just like things or attitudes that I want to get done. But even that seems to like still fall to the wayside. How have you been feeling about these 3 quarters, and what do you want to do in this last quarter? Is there like you know what? I'm gonna regroup and get this stuff done.
I think okay. I had lofty goals for this year to get things filmed and get things
Mm-hmm.
shot and made and all that. Didn't very much come to fruition, but I'm, at a space where I'm trying not to be too hard on myself or force
Mm-hmm.
creativity.
Mm-hmm.
So those were some of the things that I wanted to get done. However, the pilot that I'm working on right now, I'm very excited about
Mm.
and have been writing in my notes app because I know I'm about to go on vacation and not bring a computer.
Oh, smart.
So in Q4, I'm hoping to finish that pilot so that we can film some fun stuff in the upcoming year. And also, uh, all of my stuff is career wise. I don't know if this is what you wanted.
No, that's fine. Just whatever was on your list.
Yeah, because the screenplay that I wrote that got it into the quarterfinals for only quarterfinals. We just found out the semifinals today. But honestly, they
Mm.
they pared it down from like 28 to 8, and I was like, oh boy, yeah, no,
Oh,
there's
that's a
no way
big
I was
jump.
getting
Yeah.
this.
You're like maybe to 12.
Yeah. um yeah, I'm
Wait,
just
you were one of 28? That's amazing.
for the features, yeah.
Yeah,
Out
hell
of
yeah.
out of they said they had 4,000 submissions this year.
What? And you were one of 28? That's huge.
I mean, it's 28 for the features because they do features, shorts, pilots, and you could have listed it specifically as a horror feature.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's
So,
still crazy though. Good
yeah,
job.
thank you. It feels like this feature's got legs. So
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm gonna run with it.
I know a guy, I know an agent in New York who's doing
No,
color photos and black and white.
you might be able to take it far.
Yeah,
Get me into
I
Law and
got you,
Order.
kid. It's gonna cost you 1,000 big ones
Yeah,
to for me to send an email, but
yeah. Um,
uh,
but yeah, I guess. I mean, not overall what I had hoped, but not mad at the year. Also, by the way, can we just talk about how quickly the year and also September has gone?
oh yeah,
Like, what the
yeah,
fuck? But yeah. And then on the personal side, just continue to grow and nourish my relationships.
cute. Love it. We love to see it.
What about you?
Um, okay, so mine, one thing from my vision board that I liked, because me and Christine make vision boards every year, is there was one little thing that I cut out that was like, I learned that the joy came not from like getting more, but from being able to make out of what I already have. I
Hmm.
want to go back to that. Like, there's been different periods where I go back to that and I'm like, oh, let me just see if I can make do. And it's like fun, like, because and I have a ton because I get art supplies or I get whatever my ADHD wants. And then I don't like really go back to it. So instead of like going outward, doing something, trying to read a book that I already bought or I get a lot of joy when we like every once in a while we'll be like, okay, we're not buying more groceries, we're just going to go through the fridge and the pantry and like
Oh,
get rid of all these snacks,
yeah.
and that's really fun. So that's one that I would want to see what I can do with that attitude, like not be stuck in the like, oh, I need this or I need that, but more like, okay, what do I have?
Hmm.
um and then my second one, this is from 2 years ago, my vision board was all about writing my movie David, which I don't want to tell the exact plot here, but
That's
I
fine.
have been working on it, and I would like to get it done before the end of the year. I would love to get something like having Speak Now is almost done, like we're almost done recording it.
Hmm.
And it was just so fun to make something
Sure.
again that I'm like, okay, I want to have the next thing done. And the thing that was actually really encouraging is I was moving all of my Google Docs from an old email that like is like filled to the brim, and I'm like not going to pay for storage, so I moved it to a new email. But what was interesting was in going through all those docs, I can see pieces of Speak Now for like 5, 6 years in
Oh,
all sorts
interesting.
of different documents and different forms.
That's cool. We should probably, if you're trying to finish something by the end of the year, we should probably do like, I don't know if this is like a January thing, but like a writer's retreat.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. And now we've said it. Part of the reason I wanted to say on the podcast is so that you guys can keep us accountable too. Um, but yeah, I think I really want to what it made me realize, seeing how many different documents, how many different versions it went back and forth to, like I'd written like two different full screenplay versions of this
Oh, wow.
before it landed where it was. And each time, I could see where it's like, oh, I hadn't developed this piece yet, which
Hmm.
became really important, or I hadn't developed this piece yet. And so that was actually encouraging of like, you know what, with David, it's not going to come fully formed. I just need to keep trying to find a different piece every day,
Yeah.
and eventually it comes together.
Do you want me to say hi to David for you since I'm about to see him when I go to Italy?
Yes, see, please. I actually would love, man, I really want to go for like, I'm going to come with you on your trip. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, okay.
Just for research, yeah. So I can't watch Honey. Because I'll
That's
be
fine.
your carry-on. Yes, please say hi to David, and any little tidbits you pick up or
I
any
can,
footage you take around there would be great.
yeah, I can like really go around just taking pictures like I'm doing a scan of him.
Yes, please. Or like I just honestly a video like walking through the museum, because it's been a while since I think I was like 14 when I went.
Yeah,
So I would just love to kind of see what's around there.
sure.
Ooh, yes. Now you can, since this whole thing has been researched, you can take that off your taxes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's wait, what is it in Schitt's Creek that David says it's a tax break or a tax?
Oh, I don't remember. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I know what
Oh,
you're
it's
talking about
a
though.
yeah, and he's like, "Well, who pays for it?" I don't know. The government. Okay. And final last fun question. What is your recommendation now that we're in getting into spooky season? What is one movie people should watch this week?
This is catching me by surprise.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know. I can't even think of like a movie that I watched recently because I'm saving all the movies for the plane.
Oh, yeah. I'll give you one. We watched Alien, which
Oh.
was really fun and interesting. I hadn't seen it before.
Hmm.
And it was so different pace-wise. Oh, and then we also started watching The Girlfriend on Amazon, which, I love
Oh.
Olivia Cook, but it's kind of bad.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's kind of bad. Apparently, lots of people like it, which make me like wonder if like my taste is too high because of the industry. Like I can't enjoy,
It
but
could.
there's too many plot holes for me.
It feels like, you know what, the just from what I've seen of it, of like
Hmm.
uh jealous girlfriend fights with jealous mom over
Hmm.
son slash boyfriend, feels very much like a vertical drama.
Yes, yes.
So
You mean
like,
like a TikTok thing?
yeah.
Yeah. It's
um
very broad strokes and just not very much character development. And
mhm.
all the actors are like, well, most of them are like decent. And but yeah, it's just not doing it for me.
Okay, you know what I have been watching that Fiona made me start watching
Mm,
that fits perfectly with spooky season?
okay.
It's a sci-fi original show called Surreal Estate.
Ooh.
And honestly, I think it's a solid concept because the concept is there is a real estate agency,
Uh-huh.
and the leader of it is played by Tim Rosen, who you will recognize as Mutt from Schitt's Creek, and
Oh, uh-huh.
everybody else will recognize as Doc Holliday from Winona Earp.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Twyla is in it as like a real estate
Oh.
agent as well. Um, he can talk to ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
So this real estate agency deals primarily with the haunted houses that have people who are murdered in them that
Oh.
they can't sell because of the ghosts.
Oh. Is it a comedy?
It's like a dramedy. It's a
Oh, okay.
45 minute.
Okay.
But
What's it on?
it's we've been watching it on Hulu. The first season was on Sci-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Um but and so Fiona thought that there was only one season, but we found it on Hulu, and apparently they stopped playing it on Sci-Fi, but it's been playing in Canada because it's a Canadian
Oh,
show.
okay.
So
Okay.
we now have 3 seasons.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. It's also reminding me of I only watched a little bit of this because Christine was watching, but Haunted Hotel. It's an animated one
Oh, that
on
just came out.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real cute.
Yeah. That does sound fun. I need to watch that.
Yeah, that was a fun spooky one. I actually might go watch an episode of that and then take a nap.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Oh, naps. Yes.
Nap time.
It
All
all
right.
comes back around to naps.
Yep. All right, friends. We hope you've enjoyed listening, and we hope you too are ready to take a nap. Not because this was boring, but because it was so fulfilling, like a good meal, that now you're full and need
And,
to digest it.
and you're in a podcast coma and you need to
Where can people find us, man?
They can find us at Now That's What I Call Podcast on Instagram. And if you want to email us any questions, ask us about things, about life, about advice, or if you want to send us $20 for no wait, $10. What is it?
$10 for 20 seconds. No one's
Nobody
ever
has
going to
taken
do
us.
this.
Nobody has taken
Yep.
us up on this.
What
Uh,
if Dave and Buster's uses this loophole to get uh, a sponsorship
then we will take that money to Dave and Buster's.
on
Um,
Wednesdays for half off games?
Send us to send any of that to now that's what I call podcasts at gmail.com.
Yep. And as always, please rate, like, subscribe, all the things. Oh, I will say, okay, so I forgot to say this. So I got like some subscription numbers, and
Oh,
we've had a certain amount of like over, I think like 2,000 downloads now, but the
whoa.
best number on Spotify, our number of weekly viewers, guess what the number is? It's not super high, but it's perfect.
69.
Yeah. So we're so sorry. We're closing the cap on Spotify users.
Only 69 can
Only
listen.
69 of you can listen.
So thanks to all 69 of you.
Yeah, you guys are our favorites.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.